Hey everyone, I'm up in the hills today. Someone's given me some hints as to where some mower bone might be, so I'm just seeing if I can find any. It's a new spot, I haven't been here before, so I don't really know where to look and what I'm looking for, but I'll let you know if I find anything. Don't know if you can see that on the screen, but that looks suspiciously like a shell fragment. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's a couple of millimeters thick. Keep that little piece, and then I'll try and figure out if it is indeed a piece of mower shell. There could also be shark teeth in here. So I'm just taking it really slowly anywhere I find any exposed stone, just in case I find something. Okay, so this is very strange. First thing I spotted was this, which I think is a piece of mower bone in the center of the screen there. So I stopped, had a look around. I don't know if you can see this, but that looks old. And that's a very small, very small bit of bone. I wonder if that's something good. We've got a nice specimen bottle that's perfect for that one. Yeah, I mean it could be modern, but it doesn't look modern. It's right in the layer where I found this mower bone. You get that out as well. I wonder if they're related. Well, hopefully that's something good. I'll send it off to the museum and see what they say. But there's a tiny little bone in there, which looks to be fossil, or old at least. This is checking out this little wash. And I'm not looking for crabs. I think I found one over here. See the pincers sticking out. And there's the legs. Some more legs on that side. It's always good finding a crab, especially when you're not in the area you expect to find them. It might well be a different species from the ones I normally find. Just spotted this. Has an interesting shape to it. I think it's just limestone. The weathered limestone looks so much like bone, it's really hard to tell sometimes. There are shells in here, so there might well be a shark tooth lying around. More shell. There's another shell in there and there. We'll carry on, I'll let you know if I find anything. Here's an interesting piece of bone. It's completely solid. Definitely worth taking along. It's got that porcelain feel to it that the mower bones have. You guys see that? There's some structure in that bone. I think that's a piece of mower bone. Quite a large chunk as well. Let's look at this one. Yeah, that's definitely a piece. See that honeycomb? That's mower bone. Awesome. That's a big piece as well. I think this is piece number 3 from the same area. This is about 1.5 meters north of where I found that solid piece of bone on the same level. So that's a good piece there. Carefully extracted. Loosen up the soil next to it. It's bigger than it looks, it goes deeper. Yeah, that's a good piece. Look at that. Got some roundness to it. It's nice and hollow and thick. Look how thick that bone is. Let's get some photos of it. Such a different hunt this. This is being up in the hills, not being near the ocean. It's so awesome. It's really, really different to what I normally do. And I'm enjoying it. I mean, I found 3 pieces of mower bone in just a little area. This is an interesting one. It could just be a really round stone. Yeah, I think it's just a... Yeah, it's just a round stone. I think I found something pretty cool. Have a look at this. Don't know if you can make it out, but that is a big piece of bone sticking out here. Look at the size of that. That's at least 10 centimeters, 4 inches sticking out right there. I'm going to take my time with this one. Don't want to damage it. Okay, it's all loose. Let's have a look here. That's a big piece of bone. But look how solid that is. I don't know what it's from. Yeah, like I said, I'm guessing mower. Just by the size of it, that's a big. It looks like this top part could be a joint. That is a big piece of bone. I am so stoked with that. That was good. That's heavy. That's definitely fossilized. That is so big. So I walked past this little wash before. Didn't see anything. This time just had a quick look. Saw that. And saw that. Just shows you how much you miss. Walk back the other direction and you find something. So weird. Yeah, there's definitely a piece of bone there. It's a good size as well. That one as well. It's not small. That's 2 really good sized bones. Found this little thing. I don't think it's a fossil. It's got an interesting look about it. Wonder what it's from. I'm gonna take it home just so I can try and ID it. Almost like a shoulder, the scapula. Very light, it doesn't feel mineralized at all. Hasn't got the same look as the other pieces of bone that have been here. I think that's a piece of bone going in there. Yeah, definitely looks like bone. Spend some time digging it out, see if it is. So I've exposed a bit more, and that's bone. Have a look at that. That's definitely bone sticking out there. This could well be a big piece of bone, a really big piece of bone, and it's fossilized. This is such a big piece of bone. Have a look at that. That's probably close on the foot. Yeah, it's about ready to come out. Oh my word. That is incredible. I think there's a piece of shell stuck to it over there. I think that's a piece of shell. That is an enormous piece of bone. That is incredible. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely immense. That's a foot long piece of bone from a mower. Yesterday's finds. What an amazing hunt it was. Look at this piece of mower bone. It is such a big piece. It is so solid and heavy. Imagine this was a piece of rock, and that's about what it weighs. It is so heavy and solid. It doesn't feel like bone at all. Here are the two non-mower bones. I think this is the scapula of something, maybe a possum. It doesn't feel fossilized. And this tiny, tiny bone, it reminds me of a tailbone, maybe from some kind of rodent. We do have some rather large rats around. Maybe it's one of those. It could be fossilized. Yeah, it definitely feels a lot more stony than this one. Here are the two little bits of eggshell. I'm not going to say they're definitely mower, I don't know enough, but they're very thick and solid. It's not it's not chicken. I suppose it could be a large seabird. It's got those very big paws in it though. You know, the little smaller bits of mower bone I found. And this one you can see the big honeycomb sections in it. This one I'm not sure if it is from a mower. It's a rib, I think. And this one also looks like mower. So those two I'm pretty sure are mower. Those two I'm not sure about. And then this really big piece. I'm so happy with this. If this was the only thing I'd found on the hunt, it would have been a great hunt. Look how solid and thick that bone is. And the honeycombing on this side is just so cool. And the find of the day for me is this large section of bone. Just look how thick that is, and the big honeycombing on the inside. This is an enormous piece. I assume it's from a tibia tarsus or similar bone, one of the long leg bones. It's even got a bit of a curve to it. Don't know if you can see there. And then, really strange for how far north I was, I think this is a crab. I'm not sure on the species. It's very flat. Let's go have a look what's inside here. See if we can find out what crab it is. Well, that prep took an unexpected turn. You can see I went through the top here. Couldn't find the crab, so I flipped it over. Went through this side and also couldn't get to the crab, and I was pretty much touching the other side. So I saw there was a crack forming. Then have a look inside here. It looks to be an empty crab shell. With a barnacle in it. That's maybe 4 or 5 millimeters thick. Yeah, very strange. I've just put a whole bunch of consolidated on there because it was flaking apart. Well, there you have it. That's what was inside that concretion. I wondered why it was such a
flattened concretion wall. Now we know. As to the species, I think it is a Tumidocarcinus, but it could also be one of the Metacarcinus crabs, those pie crust ones, just by the shape of it. I was quite far north, so I'm not sure what crabs are up there. Thanks for watching, everyone. That was a great hunt. I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of prep at the end. Man, this marrowbone is so cool. I'll see you on the next hunt. I think, let's see another piece of marrowbone. Nope. Not that time.